Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Night Trucks. We are here at USA International Speedway, here for the NS Service All-Star event. This is a 0.75-mile short track, and we are here. Currently joining me up in the booth is Lucas Strayer. How are you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing pretty good. Back in the driver's seat, ready to hopefully show a good show for you guys tonight, while also giving some insight throughout the race.
Absolutely. I mean, I really appreciate you being up here, even for just the short time as we're going to have, maybe in the cautions or whatnot. But, I mean, this is going to be such an interesting race with the different rules that we have for tonight.
Yeah, I mean we got the two stage winners are going to start third and fourth in the final stage. We got top two are going to be random drawing. Like it's going to be pretty interesting. Setup's a little tricky right now. It's a little difficult, but I think we're going to put on a great show for you guys tonight.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be a good thing to watch. We got 17 drivers out here tonight, which is a fantastic amount, especially for a short track. We're going to see a lot of great things, and I think one of the things that brought out these people is that there is $10 to win on the line here at USA International.
Yeah, pro drivers are out, which unfortunately I'm the only one that showed up, but we do have some newcomers today and some people making their first shot, so you're going to see a great race today, boys.
Absolutely. Well, with that, one of the other things, aside from just the stage winner starting in third and fourth, is that there's, once again, only one faster pair, but also unlimited tire sets you can take here at this 14-degree banking track. So that is going to be a little bit different, and it is a shorter event with only 50 laps, with the first two stages being 15 only each. That is going to make for some intense, close racing.
Yeah, it's short racing. Don't worry about tires. Everyone's going to give it all they can, and hopefully I'll be back up here joining you for a end of the race finish. Hopefully it's a good enough finish. If not, then I'll be happy to interview anyone I can. So I'll catch up with you later, guys, and everyone please enjoy the show.
All right, good luck, Lucas. All right, well, with that, let's go and run through our grid order. So, starting on pole position with our random qualifying draw, in his first start is going to be Colin Furran. On his outside is going to be previous winner Alex Bell. Second row, inside lane, is going to go to Sean Howell. And then we're going to have Joe Conley there in his also first start there in the 99 in fourth. In the third row, inside lane, bringing up fifth is going to be the 81 of Jeremy Jones. It's a good start for him. Hopefully he can do something well. And then on his outside is going to be Gavin Jones there. In row number 4, seventh position is Ben McDonald, and then on his outside is going to be Alex Forge Perube before we move on to the next row. Row number 5, inside lane, is going to be our good friend Lucas Strayer, and on his outside, Brett Murphy. Row number 6 is going to be Jamie Haynes, and on his outside is Chris Sawyer. Charles Mosley is going to be there in 13th in row number 7 with Will Cloud on his outside. And then finally, bringing up the rear of the field, we're going to have Jacob McMillan, Quinn Gingrich, and Jesse Atkinson. Oh, we're going to have a fantastic race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at USA International. It is a great night race. It's a fantastic surface to do it. It's been out of business for a while, but that's okay. As they approach the starting line, and green flag, and away we go. Here, oh, maybe a little bit early? Yep, I was early. Green flag, and away we go. Apparently they're not using that starting line anymore, as we're off to a really big start. It looks like everybody's going to be shuffling around. We got lots of different speeds, and oh, that is going to be Lucas Strayer bunting into the back there of Ben McDonald, number 16. He saves it, though, as they now continue to go through. You got damage. Oh, it looks like Lucas was punted, too, as they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Brett Murphy now moving up into 8th position as they go around, and that's going to be Alex Bell around in turn number 4. He's in the wall, and the caution comes out already on lap number 1 there in turn number 4. As Jeremy Jones has been able to get up into a fantastic third position. Colin Furran holds his line. Sean Howell in second. This is going to be already making for a interesting race, I can tell, here at the Tuesday Night Truck League, presented by NS Service, and that is going to be our primary sponsor here tonight for the NS Service All-Star event. With that, make sure you go and join up with TNT. That's Tuesday Night Trucks here that race on iRacing. Go ahead and contact Brett Murphy when you get joined in, and one of the other admins. I know that they are very welcoming of new guys. Now, one person that I know is supposed to be here, but I'm not seeing there, is Jesse Atkinson. He's supposed to be in the 127, but I don't know. I just can't seem to find him based on his hood, I think it was earlier. Yeah, can't see him. Anyway, that's okay. We'll figure it out. Well, under caution here at USA International. Let's go a little bit more about this race. So with the singular fast repair that these guys get, they have 50 laps to choose when to use it. Lap number 15 and lap number 30 are your guaranteed cautions. Unlimited fast repairs, as I did say earlier. And, well, the one thing I did not mention is that the setup, well, iRacing removed the Lakeland, which is a USA International setup for the racing NASCAR trucks. So, Richmond is now going to be used as the setup, and that is making for a very challenging drive for these guys. So now, each time they go into the corners, they are probably going to have to downshift. You can do it without downshifting, however, it can be a little bit slower. So that is going to be an interesting thing to watch these guys try to handle, as I think we've already seen there, especially in turn number 4 where there's a big bump on exit. It is a very difficult track to do, especially with a setup that is unforgiving. However, I know that these guys produce some of the best racing that you can find here on the iRacing platform, so that's all right with me. One of the first starts, we see Colin Fern there in the number 86. He's doing a great job being up there up front already. In 4th place, also in his first start, is going to be Joel Conley there in the number 99. I don't think Jesse has made a start this season yet, so he's doing right now in 11th. Charles Mosley also in his first start in the 89. Jimmy Haynes bringing his first start also in the 53. Like I said, with $10 on the line, that usually gets some people a wee bit more excited to start racing here. Quinn Gingrich is going to be moved to the back of the field, and Will Cloud there in also his first start. There in the Sun Chips number 5. Currently running in 16th. Well, with that, these guys are now going to be resuming 2 wide before they go back to the green. We'll see how long they get around now. I think this is a little bit more time to get acquainted with your vehicle. They had a very long practice and a bit of a qualifying session too. So these guys should be a little bit more ready to go. 10 laps to go and then 9 at the line for our stage. And at the stage, whoever wins the stage is going to be starting in 3rd position there on the final stage, and then whoever wins the 2nd stage will be in the 4th position. Well, with that now, we go in round turn number 4. We're going to head down just a wee bit further before I say green flag. And there it is, green flag, and away we go here at USA International Raceway. And Colin Fern off to a fantastic start entering turn number 1. We're seeing right now that's the 81 of Jeremy Jones being aggressive. He's trying to take that inside line away from Sean Howell, your previous season champion. And that's Jeremy Jones up in the 2nd position there, that number 81. This is currently his highest position he's been all season. He has been waiting for this moment. Hopefully he can hold on to it. As you see the entire field there all backed up, they are trying to wrestle these things together. Alex Bell right now, you can see him with his damage trying to hold on to it. He does not want to spin again. We see Lucas Stray there on the outside of Jesse Atkinson as they head down the backstretch. And Ben McDonald currently trying to fight with Alex Berube down the backstretch. We see just the kind of tight racing we're going to be getting here. This is $10 on the line. I know doesn't sound like a lot, especially when you factor in the full cost of iRacing, but it means a lot to these guys as Jeremy Jones takes away the lead here at the NS Service All-Star event, and that is going to be Sean Howell moving the number 99 of Joel Conley out of the way. They're down the backstretch as they go now here at USA International, lap number 8 of 50. You can see the different lines some of these guys are going to have to start using to get around this race course. You can see also the different strategies that are going to be in play. Like I said earlier, the shifting, you have to choose. Are you going to drive it in deep and hope that it sticks in 4th, or are you going to have to downshift down to 3rd and hope that you can control the wheel spin off of the corners as Colin Fern is back out into the lead. Jeremy Jones shuffled back into 3rd. However, that's still a good spot for him right now as he's got Gavin Jones there in the number 12 right on his tail. Sean Howell, though, seems to be struggling just a wee bit with grip, though, so that is going to make this thing a little bit harder for him. Going down a little bit further, we see Brett Murphy there. He's currently up in 7th. He's doing real good right now. He's got to hold on to this truck there as NS Service is going to be his primary sponsor for this race. He's got his good friend there, Lucas Strayer, chasing behind him right there, trying to make something happen. If he can get around him, Lucas is taking a bit different strategies. Brett likes to downshift. Lucas does not. He likes to stick it in 4. But these two are good rivals, and it's going to be so good to see what they can do. Is Alex Berube gets into the back of Strayer there just a little bit as they continue to race here. Ben McDonald there, he's running in 10th position. Jesse Atkinson right now on his rear. Hopefully he can see him in the rear view mirror, because I know if I was driving, I could. Lucas Strayer into the wall there, goes down. Ben McDonald spins it. Lucas Strayer out. And caution does not come out for Lucas Strayer. Oh, yeah, it does. There it is. All right. Golly. That is not good for Lucas there. Hopefully he can wheel that thing back. That did not look good. Let's go and get a race replay of that. I am curious to see quite what happened. That was quite the incident he had there. Oh, we did not even get to see the whole thing of it. This is going to be pretty crazy. All right. So we're going to follow along now with the number 41. Let's go and see what happens here down the backstretch. He's there on the outside. He's trying to give Berube room there. Looks like he just dives it in just a wee bit too deep. Slides it there out of 4, and then he clips the wall there. We saw that watching along. Ben McDonald comes down and bumps him. I don't know what Ben was doing there. And then Lucas gets caught in the wall and flung back to wreck across the line upside down. I think that's why Iverson didn't call the caution immediately, because he didn't know what to do as he's upside down. Wrecked on the track. Goodness, what a wreck. That is unfortunate for Lucas Strayer. Hopefully he can get that truck back in some kind of operational order, because that is not where you want to be. All right, Lucas has taken his fast repair and is now going to be starting at the rear there. With that, a lot of guys are coming into pit. This has been your stage. Colin Fern is going to take away your stage victory here with TNT. Mark that down in my books. So he's going to be starting in 3rd position there for our final stage. Congratulations to Colin Fern for that in his first start here with TNT. I was told before the broadcast started by Brett, because he runs this league, that Colin is an extremely good driver. So we're going to see how he does. And the pro rule does not apply to him, as this is his first race in. He is a late joiner. And I think there was kind of like he's allied with a top iRacing team, which is another part of the reason why. But he has a lot of competitive cars around him. Starting in first, just got Sean Howell there on his outside, Jeremy Jones there right behind him. These guys are going to duke it out to lap number 30. As soon as they get there, that's going to be the 2nd stage, and your winner of that is going to be starting in 4th. If Colin gets it, it's just going to be a random draw, just like how the qualifying was. Your leaders will be randomized, and everyone in the field will be randomized. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to see it. It's a different way to do this kind of racing, and I'm glad that TNT can do it. Well, with that, they're now across the line. He gets an early start there. Green flag, away we go. Colin Fern getting a huge jump there as he moves down to cover his line. He wants to make sure he gets himself guaranteed there up front. As your entire field races by turn number 1, we're following on Gavin Jones there in number 6. He's sticking along the outside. He's got the position ahead, and we're looking like a really big battle is currently playing out there a little bit further back. Uh-oh, looks like Chris Sawyer is throwing a big block there. He does not want to let anybody through. Gavin Jones trying to find a way into a slot between him and Alex Bell. 2 wide racing there at the back. Ben McDonald there looking pretty aggressive on that outside lane, trying to get around the 45. And Chris Sawyer, Will Cloud in his first start, running in 11th. He's got his usual number of the 48, which you can't take here in TNT, as Quinn Gingrich already beat him to it. Off Quinn there. Wheel spin out of 4. We just saw there out of Quinn is where we have to pop up front now, as Colin Fern is out into the wall, and Jeremy Jones is taking away the lead here at USA, and he's got a little bit of a gap on him now. Let's see what he's going to be able to do now as they run through 3. Sean Howell has that bottom lane here on USA as well. Let's see how they handle the wheel spin off Colin. Just a wee bit of wheel spin as they battle now across the line to see who can catch up to Jeremy. He's got this now. He's got to hold on to it for 10 more laps. Ooh, a little bit of collision there. So they're out of the 38 and the 86, and that's around to the 99. Wrecking across the backstretch. He stopped, and caution comes out again here at USA International. We'll get a replay on that to see quite what happened, although something tells me I already know what it is, and it's just a bit of wheel spin. Although he might have gotten a bump there out of the 53, so let's go and see. All right, we follow along now as they leave turn number 4. And, yep, 99 just loses it off the corner. Too much wheel spin. It happens. Let's see. Everyone avoids some pretty good Berube there. You can see Will Cloud's instant adjustment there. It skims the wall a little bit, too. All right. Looks like Charles Mosley is out of this racing event. Well, with that, let's go ahead and bring up Lucas Strayer and see how he's doing here as he is our in-car reporter. I'm curious to see what he has to say about all the events that have transpired so far here at this event. So, if I can find him. Ah, there he is. Strayer, open the booth. Do you read me?
I read you loud and clear. What's up?
Well, after that first wreck you had there, I see you're a little bit further down in the field than I know you'd like to be, but you're in an okay spot right now. How has the track been feeling ever since you got that fast repair?
I mean, you definitely can tell the difference between the people who figured out shifting and who haven't figured out shifting. I haven't figured out how to shift yet because I have a lead foot. So hopefully I can figure that out. But yeah, my car is in one piece after hitting the space station. And I'm back racing. So I can't wait to hopefully put on a good show for everybody.
Well, that is the good advantage here of leagues on iRacing, is we can give everyone a little bit of a fast repair to help out when those space station events, as you said, occur. As something tells me that's not what really happened if you were involved in that crash in real life.
Yeah, I mean, fast repairs are a good thing, but yeah, you can definitely tell people who can shift and people who can't. Like I said, I'm one of the people who can't shift, but the battles up front are looking real nice. Looks like Colin Fern has a monster of a car truck. So does Sean Howe, but yeah, it looks interesting, and I'm hopefully the people at home are getting an idea of what we're racing with right now. Try to look for those gaps where the difference between the people who are shifting too far. There's usually maybe a half a second gap.
Okay, that's definitely going to be something we're going to have to look for. One of the things I'm seeing right now, though, is a lot of battles taking place not only in the front but in the rear too. I mean, I've seen tons of people duking it out for positions all the way back and down to 12th place.
I mean, $10 on the line. I know that's not much for a lot of people, but it's something to race for. And yeah, everyone's been really competitive. Everyone's giving each other a lot of room. I know up front there's been a little bit of contacts, but I got the outside of Jake and he kind of just waved me by even though I was a lap down. So yeah, there's some good battles everywhere. Like short racing, it's short track racing.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense to me. So thank you very much for your time up here. I do appreciate it, and good luck.
Let's hit another space station.
41 of Lucas Strayer, our in-race reporter. Thank you very much for his I gotta love it. It's very nice. Well, we're going to hop back up front there with Jeremy Jones, the number 81 Chevrolet Silverado. I'm excited to see what Jeremy can do off of this start. He's finally got that lead he's been looking for. It is a very short 4-lap shootout to see who can get the stage win for 4th place. And they are about to, there it is, off the line. Jeremy Jones gets a pretty good start. He's got the position for now. He blocks off that outside lane. He dives down to make sure he's got that secured. All right, good for him. Head down now. Through the backstretch they go. Sean Howell making a super aggressive move, trying to get up there. Bumps that, I think that was Jamie Hayes right out of the way. Yeah, it was. They're 3 wide off the exit of 4 that we saw for half a second there. As we're now diving through the field to see what's going on. That is Jesse Atkinson, who not too long ago was at the rear of the field. I think he started a second to last place, and he's now all the way up here in 5th position. He is on a move. He wants to get this good starting position on the 3rd stage, but he wants to be in a good spot, and generally he wants his $10 on the line. 70, yeah, that is literally the last place he started in. Congratulations, Jesse, for being such on the move. Thank you to Pierce Graphics also for giving us our overlays. We got there as we see Alex Bell there in the rear. Just got a little collision there with Sean Howell. They now are going to be battling there going into turn number 3. They have got this thing in the back. Jeremy Jones is completely clocked out. He's got a second gap now to everyone behind him, and caution is out here at USA International. Lap number 30. That was it. Jeremy Jones is going to be starting there in a 4th position. going to have to bring Jeremy up and see how he is feeling after that one, because he's been having quite a season so far, so I'm sure right now he is very pumped up. Jeremy, it's up in the booth. Do you read me?
I got you.
Well, I'm bringing you up here as you just got yourself a stage win. You're going to be starting in 4th position there on the start of the next stage. How are you doing?
Well, I was kind of nervous going in, but I just I got my buddy in here calling. Me and him's been kind of feeding off of each other, and he told me where to drive and how to brake and how to keep it from spinning out. And so far, it's done pretty good so far. So I mean, I couldn't do it without him.
Well, I'm glad that you're giving credit where it's due, but I mean, you're doing real good right now, running up in a top spot. I mean, even with your pit, you're going to be starting on the 2nd row where everyone else is randomized. I mean, come on, it's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, when I qualified 5th, I was like, okay, well maybe I got something. So I mean, it's just a race that I'm just having fun.
Good. Glad that is the case. How has your strategy been so far tonight? Are you going with the shifting crowd, or are you not shifting?
I'm actually shifting. At first, I want too thrilled about it, but I somehow I got it down pat. So I mean, it's not that bad. So I mean, we're gonna go up here and try to try to win the money.
All right, makes a lot of sense to me. So good luck there, Jeremy. I know you're going to do
All right.
well.
I appreciate it.
86 of Jeremy Jones, a little bit less. 86, no, 81. What am I doing? 81 of Jeremy Jones. He's going to be moved up a little bit now. Yep, let's see him running on by. I mean, this is his best start he's gotten so far. You know, and he's doing real good. I hope that he continues to do well. Like he said, he's got Colin up there with him. You know, they're the 2 guys running right now up in 1-2 are working together. They're teammates, and sounds like good friends too, which is only going to make things that much better. Looks like Berube is currently on a pole right now off the pits, but we're going to see how that gets all reshuffled. Let's see if there's a... As soon as I get the order, I'll let you guys know where everybody is. But the main thing I want to do right now is thank NS Service for being the primary sponsor of not only the entire series here at TNT, but also this All-Star event, putting the $10 on the line for these guys. I know that, you know, even though, like you said earlier, it's not a whole heck of a lot, but it's something, and, you know, it's going to provide some great racing for everybody. Lapped cars getting on through there so they can start in the rear of the field here on this next start, and we're going to be racing until lap number 50. We are our race winner. I mean, these guys have handled it real well. I'm honestly surprised with how much you know, lack of cars we're seeing into the pits. That is what surprised me. I thought we'd have seen a lot more diving down trying to get a tires more often, but I guess not. It's just not the strategy they're rolling with. But here on this start, we're going to have on pole Gavin Jones there in the inside lane with Alex Forget Berube on his outside. Fern and Jones there, we see there in the 2nd row, bringing up 3rd and 4th. In 5th is going to be Alex Bell, and 6th is going to be Sean Howell. In 7th is going to be Jesse Atkinson, who man, still don't know right where he is. And then Ben McDonald is going to be there on his outside. Have a great race here as we're going to be leaving turn number 4, so it's going to get a good shot. And there you go. There, green flag, and away we go here at USA Internationals. They dive down through the start. Jeremy Jones into the wall just a little bit there as Gavin Jones is now going to be holding on to that lead, and Colin Fern turns and Jeremy Jones up in the front. Car splitting in the center. Oh, man. Lap 1 incident of the... Gavin Jones sent to the rear. Alex Berube currently running in 1st, apparently. I don't know how half of these things are looking. Fern up into 2nd, and Jones Jeremy Jones actually is now up into 2nd. Oh boy. Lap 1 incident. You hate to see it, but Honestly, it's okay. They got a lot of time left. They got to get this thing together. I know that they can do it. It's short track racing. You know, Strayer said it earlier. It's exactly what happens. You end up with just short track racing, and that's what you get. Hopping down a little further, though, we can see Alex Bell there in the number 15. Give him a little bit of airtime. He's going to be Gavin Jones there. A decent recovery in terms of positions. It looks like iRacing was nice and gave some back. Brett Murphy currently running in 11th. 64 NS service machine. Will Cloud up in his highest position right now, as far as I'm aware, of 8th position there in that number 5 Sun Chips machine. I just got to get a little bit of update to that page because Murray Sim Sports does not exist anymore. That's all good. Joel Conley in his first start, running in 7th position in the 99 after a spin earlier. He's doing great for himself. He's got to keep this thing in the bag, though, and right now, I think he can do it. He's been able to hold on to, you know, constant position so far. And Lucas Strayer there, our in-race reporter, up into 6th position. Jamie Hayes also in his first start there, going to be in 5th. Guys, we're going to be running 2 wide. We're going to be going green next 2 laps, if I'm not mistaken. We had a few frame rate issues there. I'm not quite sure what happened. My system seemed to be running in perfect order, but what do I know? Once again, he's going to hold on to this thing there. He won last season at Auto Club. Good position, too. I mean, he really held off. I think it was Brandon Howe for the win, and that was a great, great race. The Sontag Motorsports 130, I want to believe that is. That should be available over on the Fort Look Media YouTube channel, where you go ahead and find all of the previous races. I make sure that all of them are recorded and put up so everyone can watch them. Jeremy Jones is now going to be starting there in 2nd position on the outside lane. Colin Fern, yep, Colin Fern was deemed, from as far as my understanding, to have caused the yellow, and due to TNT rules has moved to the back of the field. That's one of the things that TNT does, is they encourage the, you know, admitting to mistakes, because if you were, you know, if you admit to it, you know, you said that you caused the problem there for a yellow and you take the EOL, then it's a lot better off than if you, you know, completely deny it 100% and then when they review the race, get a penalty instead. Makes sense to me. 9 laps to go here at USA International. Alex Berube is going to be there on the start. Jeremy Jones there in 2nd. They've got some great race cars here tonight. Let's see some good racing. All right, pace car is now going to be off as they go through turn number 4. Green flag, and they're having a weird start there. Green flag, away we go. Not quite sure what happened there. Looks like Jeremy Jones is going to have to commit to that outside lane there on the outside. Berube is not going to give it up. He's in a great spot right now. Jones looking a little bit faster there off the exit of turn number 2. He's got the position for now. Is he clear? Oh, no, he gets into him, and he's around. Jeremy Jones around in turn number 4 after he was trying to squeeze Berube. Oh my God, we had another space station incident there. Oh man, Alex Bell went into the air. Huge wreck in turn number 4. Jeremy Jones trying to be aggressive in it, hold the position, did not get it. Many drivers into the wall. Will Cloud absolutely just destroyed there. Thank you very much for the follow. The Legends 2018. Not going to say the rest of that because the font does not make it easy to read. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Man. Unfortunate. Let's go and take a look at the wreckage replay on that. I want to see quite what happened. I mean, that was a huge, huge event there in terms of damage. Wow. Okay, let's go and take a look and see what happened. So we're following along now through the backstretch. You can see Jones has it on the outside. He comes down for the block. However, he did not come down quite fast enough, so that means Berube is there on his inside. He moves down to give him room, but I don't think it was quite enough, and yeah, he's already moving. He gets up into the door of him. Jones trying to be super aggressive on that block. You see Sean Howell, just how quick he's able to move there into the outside lane to keep himself in a safe position. Jones completely 100, he's perpendicular to the track right there. Jesse also able to just narrowly avoid it. Jones comes down, just clips Ben. Alex Bell trying to avoid the incident, brings up Quinn Gingrich and Will Cloud into the wall. Jones could still stays around. Bell, net code right there with Will Cloud. Let's go and burst that a little bit there. Actually, I want to see quite what happened with these two, how they tried to avoid that. Oh, it looks like Alex overshot it, and he panicked a little bit and got up into the 48. Then got caught on the wall. Almost took Will with him, and he space stationed there for a minute, getting caught in the fence before back down. He's in the pits now. Wow. That's a wreck, if I've ever seen one. It's not usually that we see wrecks like this. Not only happen so frequently, but I mean, there's a lot on the line. I'm not surprised. But it's very aggressive, and I know that these guys are all trying to get something done. With that, 5 to go. As soon as we cross the line, it should be 4. Alex Berube is going to be starting on the lead once again. Oh, looks like we're going to have another pace lap. We've got Sean Howell there alongside the number 38. Jamie Haynes in his first ever start there in the number 53. And the Pennzoil number 53 there. Lucas Strayer up into 4th position. Making a comeback after that first wreck he had. So good on him for making up positions and getting through there. Still, Jesse Atkinson. Look at the lack of, I mean, if you can see him, that is. The lack of damage he has after avoiding a huge wreck like that, I mean, that is impressive. Jesse also won a ARCA race, I believe. Yeah, last week there on Thursday, the Limitless ARCA Series. Go and join in. Also run by Brett, and so make sure you join that up. Race some legacy ARCA paints. I mean, honestly, great racing. Good stuff. One after a fantastic comeback he had. I think he chased down Brett in the last 2 laps for the win. Very impressive. Well, with that, lights are officially off on the pace car as we are now going to be rolling through turn number 4. And Alex Berube is on the start, and green flag. Away we go here at this USA International. He's got the position before. Now as they dive in turn 1, 3 wide. Gavin Jones around. He saves it though. Looks like a little cloud of he's on the bottom. I think he stayed on the bottom. So the rest of this to go for green flag from what I understand. Now as we leave turn number 4, Sean Howell, huge wheel spin. He keeps onto it just barely. Jamie Haynes there running in second. He's got Strayer and Sean Howell there right on his bumper. Luke Strayer there got a little bit of collision there with Sean Howell moving down from turn number 2 as they go through 3 and 4 now is back into single file. You can see just how these guys are having to hold on to it. Lap number 49 of 50 here at USA. Berube still in the lead. He's got this. Actually, no, we're on 50-50 now, apparently. Okay, not sure where that came from. Cool. All right, last lap. And we are now going to be running through turns 3 and 4. Alex Berube currently leads. Sean Howell hoping to make something big happen there. Flies into turn 3 and 4, hoping to ride the wall and get something. It does not get it. And Alex Berube wins here at USA International Speedway. As everybody wrecks across the line. Jamie Haynes, in his first ever start, takes home a 2nd place position. Joel Conley finishes in 3rd. Jesse Atkinson in 4th. And Sean Howell in 5th. What had happened? Okay, apparently Strayer went down into 14th on that. Wow. That. Well, for one, that is going to be our shortest broadcast. Okay, not sure what Jerky's doing there. That is going to be our shortest broadcast to date. With how short that was. But what a fantastic win there out of Alex Forget Berube. Do some burnouts for us. He has completely earned it here at USA International Speedway. $10 goes to him. He has well earned that. That was a very competitive drive he had. Done well. Lucas, thank you for joining us back up at the booth. How are you doing?
I hit the fence again.
Again? Oh, that's what caused it. I wondered what happened. How you went from running in the top maybe 6, 7. Everyone was changing positions so fast. All of a sudden being in 14th.
Yeah, came off the corner. Sean Howe was in the wall, and I saw third place right there, and he kind of just wanted to see what happens. He kind of turned me, and I had that wall glitch where I hit the wall and it instantly launched me in the air. So I got hit by half the field, and I hit the fence. So good race.
Wow.
I'll call it a win.
I mean, you made a good comeback and you were in a good position before the disaster that was apparently the last turn.
I mean, I can't finish top 3. I got to give interviews, so hey,
That's
hopefully that looks cool at the end. I managed to hit the fence twice and almost get a third place, so we'll take it.
All right. Well, with that, let's go and bring up the number 99 of Joel Conley, who is going to be in his first start, bring home a third place position here at the All Star event. Joel, it's Noah and Strayer up in the booth. Do you read us?
Hey, was it for Joel?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You just got yourself a third place finish here in your first start here with the Tuesday night trucks at the All Star event. How are you feeling?
Man, great. I just jumped in the league and great group of guys, a lot of fun. So glad I didn't ruffle any feathers. So perfect night for me.
That makes a lot of sense. You were super competitive throughout this race. That was a big spin you had there many laps ago, and you were able to get yourself back up into the top 3. That's very impressive.
I was so embarrassed. I just jumped on the throttle too fast and got excited and just wrecked the truck. Had to use my fast repair. So good recovery. Made me feel a little bit better.
Well, that's good. You definitely did a good job, recovering it. Can't deny that, Strayer.
I just want to know what you thought of the setup. I mean, it seems like you really had a good handle of it. You were able to spin out, hit the wall, and drive back to a third place finish. So, did you like the setup? Did you like how it drove? Did you like the shifting elements of it, or were you one of those people that didn't try to shift as much?
Well, I hated the shifting, but you had to do it to be fast. I rode on board with whoever got the pole. I don't know his name. A few laps in practice, and that helped me out about 3 or 4 tenths. So I'd say that was the biggest difference for me, was just watching one of the fast guys run their laps.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense, and it clearly paid off very well. Are you going to be joining us once again next week?
Oh, absolutely, man. Great group of guys, a lot of fun racing, and just had a great time, and I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, Joel. I do appreciate it. Is there anyone you want to thank before we let you go?
Just thank you guys, and thank me for not spinning out more than once. Good night.
Okay, have a good night. Number 99 of Joel Conley Strayer. He had a great race.
I mean, that's what we like to see in this thing. A brand new person joining the league. Clean racer, showed some respect out there. I think a lot of people are going to be happy that he's in the league, and I can see him as a future winner. Coming back from a wreck like that, I think he's ready for this league.
Absolutely. Well, the very similar story we're going to have here is the number 53 of Jamie Haynes. They're finishing in second here at the NS Service All-Star event. Jamie, it's Noah and Lucas up in the booth. Do you read us? Jamie, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
The first couple words cut out, so I wasn't sure if you said me or not. I'm sorry.
There we go. All right. Well, it's good to have you up here at TNT. This is your first ever start, and you finished in the runner-up position. How are you feeling here at the NS Service All-Star event?
Oh, dude, that was a blast. I had a bunch of fun. I thought I might have a shot at getting Alex, but he got away from me the last couple laps.
I mean, for your first ever start, you were like flying. How did you do it?
Uh, Honestly, a bunch of people pitted, and then we had like 5 people wreck on that one wreck, so it just kind of, I was like 9th when we started the last stage, and then all of a sudden I'm 5th, and I hadn't really passed anybody, just people wrecking around me, so it made it a little easier on me, but I got a good restart on that last one. That made it, gave me a shot to get to the first, but Ali said it was digging really hard.
That makes a lot of sense, but a very impressive drive you had being able to finish up in the runner-up spot. Strayer.
Hey, man. As this is your first race in the league, what were your impressions of it? Like, did you like the racing? Did you like how everyone was like going on each other? Like, what's your impressions? We don't get this very often from new drivers.
I mean, it seemed like a lot of fun to me. There's no going at each other or anything. Seemed like a good lead
Thank
to
you,
me.
ECR Kool-Aid for.
Yeah, and how'd your
follow.
truck feel? I know a lot of people were juggling the shifting kind of elements of it. Were you able to get a handle of that? And what was your secret to doing well with that?
Braking early because if you tried to push it at all getting into the turn, it just slid the right front like you didn't even have one on there. you had to brake early to get it to hug the corner to then dig back up out of it. So it was interesting because I love USA. That's why I wanted to run tonight. I love this track. So it was an interesting combination trying to figure it out.
All right. Well, with that, is there anyone you want to thank for your night here at TNT?
My buddy Joel, who actually finished third, he saw it and we raced together a lot. So I'm just glad he saw it and glad we were able to run with y'all tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Jamie. I do appreciate it, and congratulations on the runner position here at the TNT All-Star Race.
Appreciate it, man.
Number 53, Jamie Haynes. Strayer, I mean, two new guys being able to finish second and third in their first race, man, something else.
I mean, I'm just more happy that they came in as friends. Like, that's the fun of iRacing right there, racing with your friends and getting their first finish as second and third. Like, that's the fun of this thing. That's why we all keep coming back to it. Aggressive racing and moments like this where friends race each other, have good finishes, get to have interviews. Like, that's exciting for these leagues. I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just a dynamic that I don't think we get to see all the time, and it really makes it special when you have people all that respect each other. Even when they're willing to race hard with stuff on the line, it comes down to it. Everyone's a friend here at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the exciting part. And now we get to talk to our race winner, Alex, and I'm so happy to hear what he's got to say for this.
Absolutely. Let's go and bring him up. Alex, it's Nolan straight up in the booth. Do you read us?
Yes, sir.
You just got yourself a race win here at the TNT All-Star event. $10 is going to be going to you here tonight. What a run to the end you had.
Yeah, the last restart, I got scared. I spun my tires. So it got a little sketchy, but somehow I managed to hold on to the first position. I got surprised, honestly. I wasn't really fast in practice, so I didn't expect to be up front. The random call, honestly, gave me the position I needed to win this.
I see. Well, it definitely paid off in the end. You're able to be up front, and you got to do some victory burnouts, and $10 goes to you. I mean, it was all that random chance that I know, gave you some of that, but you clearly had a lot of speed. You're able to hold off everybody else that was coming after you. It's certainly impressive.
Yeah, but I feel bad for the 81. I don't know if it was me just getting inside of him when there was no hole, or if he gutted me down, but I got on Emperor and I tried to avoid him, but I wrecked him. But I guess it gave me the opportunity to win after that.
I see. Well, with that, let's go and head off to Strayer.
Well, Alex, as you know, as me as commentator and admin, I can tell you he kind of forced you down there, so you did everything you could, so we are awarding you the win tonight. So it's not a Watkins Glen situation. You won it. You did everything you could to avoid that wreck. So congratulations, sir. You can celebrate. You officially won this race.
Thank you very much. That was a really nice race.
Good. I'm glad you had lots of fun. Is there anyone I have to thank for your race here tonight?
Yeah, this is getting me by surprise. Well, yes, I have to thank my parents, I guess, for letting me do what I like every night, which means racing. And this is one of the nights I have the house for myself, can stream whatever I want. I just got back home for my victory. This is awesome. So yeah.
All right. Well, with that, that's all right. Thank you very much for your time, Alex. I do appreciate it. And once again, congratulations on your race win here tonight.
Thank you.
Number 19 of Alex Forget Berube. Honestly, congratulations to him. Really, job well done.
I mean, the man earned it. He wasn't up there very long. He drove a very conservative race, made sure he kept his car clean. Got a little with Jeremy there, but that's how you want to win these races. Like, keep your car clean and be there when it matters.
Yeah, it's definitely all in, the way you handle it, and it clearly turned out real well for him. I mean, especially for all your top guys. They were just able to run a really consistent race, and it played off for them in the end.
I mean, the one thing that was really interesting is we definitely had a shuffle. We saw a lot of guys there. We kind of saw some comers and goers there. We saw Alex, Bell, and Colin Fern kind of dominate the early race, and Sean Howe always up there. But the results at the end is something you would not have guessed at the halfway point. I don't think you could have guessed this top five.
No, honestly, really not. I mean, once we had, the big grid reshuffles for the third stage where everybody got moved around, and then we also had it so that, the cautions came out. Some people got damaged, some people didn't. I mean, the wreck avoidance that we saw with some of these guys, especially on the last few laps, is incredible. I pointed out with the big wreck there that was with Jeremy and Alex there, the dive out of the way that Jesse Atkinson and Sean Howell had was impressive.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. I don't know how Jesse missed that wreck. He missed hitting me. He missed hitting Jeremy. Like, that is some skill right there. I know Jesse's known as more of the dirt racer, but he had full control over today.
Oh, he definitely did. I'm wondering if that kind of helped him here tonight. If we get him that fourth place position, just being able to control all the wheel spin and know what to do because he's been on dirt so much.
I know he was talking about that pre-race, saying he loved the shifting element and the throttle control because he has that experience from dirt. But that's the cool thing here. You can take experiences you learn from different styles of racing and put it into TNT.
Absolutely. Suzanne Trucks is a really big, proponent of that, especially when it comes to road courses. We saw that you were up with me over at Watkins Glen. The, interesting racing we had. Some guys just being so fast, and others that you see up front every week kind of struggling.
I know the goal of TNT that Brett and I try to do is we try to make the races as diverse as possible while picking also the tracks we like to race the best. We think that has the most racing. So that way, like, we want to see different people win. We want to see someone who's a road course specialist get that. We want to see like a dirt race like with Jesse last year. We want to see short tracks where we see someone like Jeremy shine. Like, we want to make sure that everyone has their shot to win and everyone has their track they like, which creates races like this where you get to see those people who are not up there that often race for these wins.
Definitely. I mean, just I hate to say it, the chaos. I mean, honestly, that's not even a bad thing in a race like this. I mean, it was entertaining to watch, and I'm sure it was a, interesting thing to be in behind the wheel. It, produces something else that is just not, and you don't really see that anywhere else.
I know me personally behind the wheel, I had a blast running around like all these guys. I kind of miss running as much as I can. Hopefully next season I can get some more races in, but that's the fun of these leagues and what we do. And I hope you're having fun up in the booth calling these races, seeing all the wackiness everywhere.
Well, I know I certainly have, and I hope you have been too. And thankfully we've had a great broadcasted season so far. We're about, halfway point of the season now?
I think so. We put the All-Star race by halfway, so I'll be happy after today hitting the fence twice. I'll be very happy to put back on my suit and join up in the booth until Talladega.
I see. All right. Well, Martinsville will be next week, and you can tune into that here on twitch.tv/4cloak at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been Noah Welty here on twitch.tv/4cloak.
I'm in Lucas Strayer.
Well, I want to thank my sponsors before we go real quick. Pierce Graphics. I want to thank TNT for letting us put on this great show, NS Service for being our primary sponsor, and Frankenstein Millware. Strayer.
I want to thank Grit Marketing for sponsoring my car in the fence, and Sean Howe Designs for building this beautiful paint scheme, which hopefully got some screen time.
Oh, we definitely did. Well, with that, thank you very much for watching here, our viewers. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you for the follows that we got here tonight, and thank you for the chats as well. And with that, we'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.